All right. Uh, we're here again, heading into week 3 of the college football season for the Huskies. And I don't know if I really want to be here talking about this right now, but we are. So, Huskies host Arkansas State, the Red Wolves, I think. And if we are going to win a game this year, this is the game that seems most likely. I understand that the Huskies may well get some wins against the really weak Pac 12 competition later down the line, but if this team is as bad as they have shown in the first 2 games, then this might be the last really good chance to get a win. And Vegas agrees. Vegas agrees. Washington is a 17-point favorite in this game, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why is Arkansas State not getting any credit for having a pretty good offense through 2 games? They have scored 90 points in their first 2 games. It would take us a year to score 90 points with this offense right now. I really do believe that. So I don't get it. I got to be honest. I don't really understand why we're 3-score favorites. But clearly, people are happy to continue to believe that the talent on this team, we have like a blue chip rate of 47%. They believe it's going to show up. And maybe it will. And I'll give you a little bit of it. This defense, it hasn't been great the first 2 games. We haven't forced a turnover yet. We got run all over by Michigan. But they should be up to the challenge of at least slowing down that Red Wolves offense that has really smoked the competition the first 2 games. But I got to be honest. If Arkansas State can go up like 10 points on us or 13 points, I don't know what we do. And I know that Arkansas State defense is really bad, but you can't tell me they're monumentally worse than Montana. You can't tell me that Arkansas State is so much worse than Montana that they can't make this a competitive game at the very least. So, I don't know. I'm going to live stream the game tomorrow. It starts at 1:15 my time. I am going to be live streaming the whole game. Might have to step out for a little bit in the latter portions of it. Hopefully the game is a blowout in favor of Washington so I can at least step away from the game for a few minutes because I may end up having to handle some business, but I, I don't know. And even if you win at this point, who cares? You got embarrassed the first 2 weeks. Nothing you do against Arkansas State is going to prove anything. It's not even about saving face for recruiting purposes. Like that ship is already kind of sailed because this program clearly needs to be completely blown up. And that is going to scare off recruits regardless. We clearly need a new coach. We clearly need a new offensive coordinator. We might need a new AD. I don't think we're going to get one, but she might be part of the problem too. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of all this. I don't know how to feel. I don't know why we're 17-point favorites against a team that, by the way, has a win and actually has a side of the football that is doing really well. If you take a look at the first 2 games of the year for Arkansas State, you've got 40 points and 50 points. You look at their stats, you look at their performances, they can throw the ball all over the place. And they have 2 quarterbacks that have had tremendous seasons so far. They can run the ball pretty well, but that passing attack is deadly. They have 2 quarterbacks who I think have thrown for almost more yards than Dylan Morris has thrown by himself across 2 games. So I'm looking at this thinking to myself, if the defense slips up a little bit and Arkansas State can get a couple of touchdowns, we might not be able to catch up. We're favored by 17. I feel like the only way we cover that spread is if we win 17-0. Because I don't think this offense can score more than 17 points against anybody right now. John Donovan is that bad. Dylan Morris is that bad. These receivers are pretty bad. I don't get it. But what I do know is that if you lose this game, or even if this game is close or If this game is not an easy win, you are officially the biggest laughingstock in college football for the next 3 months, 4 months, or however long this season goes. And nobody's going to believe in you going forward. You're going to be underdogs in pretty much every game you play, even against Wazoo. And everybody knows what Wazoo does when they see that purple and gold. They freeze up. So that's really what I got about this one. It's it's such a weird spot. I haven't been this way about the Huskies in some time. In previous years, they were bad, and I was totally okay with it because it was a rebuilding program that I knew was going to be bad. I've seen them disappoint and underachieve, but they still won more than they lost. I've seen some frustrating games from this Huskies team over the last couple decades for sure, but I got, I just, I don't have any energy going into this game, man. I do think we're going to win, but I'm not confident in it at all. Honestly, there's a part of me that wants to go bet the house on the Arkansas State money line because that seems like a hell of a bargain given the fact that so far it doesn't look like we can score. And the only time this offense has looked competent through 2 games is the first drive of the season and when Michigan was about to put the game away and we were able to piece together like a decent drive and a half. So yeah, um, I don't know if I want to see a quarterback change. I kind of don't care. Yes, Sam Heward would be far more exciting to watch than Dylan Morris. We know what Dylan Morris is. We don't know what Sam Heward can be. There are other quarterbacks on this team who we could very reasonably go to as well, but in this offensive system behind this offensive line with these receivers, do you even want to do that? Maybe Dylan Morris is just your punching bag. Send him out there to fail because the coordinator sucks, the offense sucks, the line sucks, everything sucks. Maybe Dylan Morris is just your fall guy, somebody who takes all the blame for everything that goes wrong, and next year you're going to have brand new pieces and you can build around Sam Heward. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I shouldn't even bother getting mad about not playing Sam Heward. Maybe Dylan Morris is just the fall guy. But I don't know what else you can do. This offensive line is bad. These receivers are bad. And at a certain point, there's just not really a whole lot you can do other than watch the games and watch your team lose. But this is a good opportunity to get a win, and I will celebrate the win. There's no draft in college football. You're not playing for you can't tank, so there's no point in rooting for the team to lose. I'm gonna sit here tomorrow during the afternoon. I'm gonna watch this game. I'm gonna hope I see something to at least get excited about. Some sign of life from these guys that have shown me basically nothing the first 2 games, but bad times right now, and I gotta say, there's really not much of anything that's going to happen tomorrow that's going to make me happy about where this team is right now. But all right, that's the hand we've been dealt. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Catch you in the stream. Bow down to Washington, but that's about all the enthusiasm I can muster for these guys right now.